I'm Jordan Cutler, and I read Paradise of the Blind, which is a particularly interesting novel due to the fact that it is actually banned in the country of Vietnam for containing politically controversial material. This facet of the book is what made me decide it was the perfect choice for exploring the Vietnamese political and social environment from an uncensored point of view. The present-day setting of the novel follows the journey of a young Vietnamese woman named Hang as she travels the Russian countryside to visit her Uncle Chin. Throughout her voyage, her flashbacks recount the trials and tribulations of her life and outline the complexity of her familial relationships. Hang's family situation is both unique and enlightening while also tragically disturbing. The premature death of her maternal grandparents left her mother and uncle alone at the age of just 19 and 18 respectively. Her mother found consolation in the love of a land-owning villager named Ton, while her brother Chin served in the Communist Army. As General Chin is assigned the task of implementing the redistribution of land from the landowners to the peasants, Kay's recent marriage to Ton becomes completely forbidden, as Ton's family is now the landowning enemy. Due to humiliation, Ton flees the village. Not long after the redistribution of land, the government issues a rectification of heirs campaign in which the land is rightfully reallocated to its original owners. The vengeful villagers drive Kay from her home and into the village of Hanoi, where she will henceforth permanently reside. 10 years later, Ton, now a married man, shows up to Kay's home, whereupon they spontaneously conceive our protagonist Hang. Ton leaves immediately out of shame, and he is discovered to be dead shortly after, although the cause of his death is unclear. The relationship between Hang's mother, her brother, and her husband are incredibly indicative of the political and social culture in Vietnam during the rise of socialism. The undeniable love of these two star-crossed lovers is not only unacceptable because of the intensifying need to protect the working class during this time period, but also because family is the #1 value in Vietnamese culture. This same theme is prevalent in another significant portion of the novel, which involves the relationship between Hang and her paternal aunt, Aunt Tam. Tam is an incredibly hard-working, brutish woman who dedicates her life to amassing a great fortune to give to Hang in order to honor her love for her deceased brother, Hang's father. Hang and her mother live and work in Hanoi, while generously supplementing Uncle Chin and his family's bleak life in the communist bloc. While it goes entirely against socialist principle to receive anything other than your allocated amount of goods, Chin and his wife and his 2 sons enthusiastically accept divine dishes and gifts from Hang's mother. This generosity on the part of Hang's mother, along with the pre-existing animosity toward her brother's military cruelty, causes Aunt Tam to experience profound resentment for Hang's mother. Tam's fortune eventually enables Hang to attend university until her mother has an accident and loses one of her legs. Hang is forced to give up her studies and perform manual labor as an export worker in the Soviet Union to provide for her invalid mother. She is also forced to comply with her uncle's demands for her to come visit due to illness, when in reality he needs help in his illegal export scheme. In the final scenes of the novel, Aunt Tam grows very sick, and when she dies, she passes her entire fortune on to Hang, with the only condition being that Hang reside in the village and keep their ancestral home and the family. However, in the end, she can't bear to stay in the village for even the duration of Aunt Tam's required mourning.